Welcome to another update on Cyclone Harold here. You can see it's pretty much due south of the island of Nuku'alofa, Tonga, which happens to be where the most of the population and the capital of Tonga happens to be. The island has a total population of about 24,000 people, um, and they've been getting hammered by the outer reaches of this cyclone. Thankfully, the eye passed down to their south, but they're still getting some of the inclement weather conditions. In fact, at the airport over there on Nuku'alofa, they recorded gusts up to 73 knots, and maximum sustained winds looks like of about 48 knots. And the lowest pressure that they recorded on the island was 988 millibars. Um, and 73 knots, 2 miles per hour is about, give or take, roughly about 85 miles per hour, and 48 knots is roughly, give or take, to about 55 miles per hour. And then, of course, the lowest pressure is 988 millibars so far off the island, and it's pretty much due south. Let me stop the loop here for a second. It's pretty much due south of, again, the island of Nuku'alofa, which happens to be where most of the population of Tonga is at. And you can see the eye is really disheveled. It's still, you kind of see it's kind of there. It's really clouded over at this point, but it's still, the center is still there. It's still definitely at least a Category 1 cyclone. Um, Here's a visible look at the storm here. Let me stop this loop here for a second and then stop it here. You can see, like I said, the island is pretty much due south, maybe just a tad little bit more southeast now on the latest frames of the island of Nuku'alofa on Tonga. And then there's also pretty much due south at this point of that other island to the southeast of Nuku'alofa, which I believe was called Iwea or something like that. Um, Forgive me for my pronunciations. This is the official JTWC forecast cone of the storm right now. It's currently a 110 knot storm compared to how it was last night. It was 130, not 130. It was a 120 knot system last night, but now it's back down to 110 knots, which is equivalent to 125 miles per hour, which is a Category 3 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. And last night it was a Category 4 with winds of 140 miles per hour, Saffir-Simpson scale equivalent. And you can see on a forecast cone, it's pretty much nearly due south at this time on the at this as of this latest forecast cone. They had it pretty much due south of Tonga, maybe just slightly west of south, due south there on the graphic there. But they're, as you can see, they're on the extreme outer edges of that hurricane force or cyclone force rather uh, wind field there. Um, to go back let's go over to this. This is the water vapor look, a wide view water vapor look. It's off a site called Cyclonic Wix. It's a really good site. I like using it now. Because now there's Hemora 8 data on there, which I love using when there's Hemora 8 data on there. This is AlphaGo 17. Though, because Hemora 8 is going to be getting more and more of a worse view of the cyclone as it heads more down to the southeast. Pretty much once you get past about the date line is when Hemora 8 data starts to get really slanted, like Go 17 data was when the storm was over, Vanuatu a few days back, if you guys could remember that, when I was talking about that earlier. But needless to say, Go 17 has a way better view than it did a few days ago, and you can see the storm a lot better now. This is, of course, the water vapor look, a wide view of the water vapor look, and you can see all the dry air that is trying to fight off to its west, kind of following it around, and then to its east, a little bit of a drier environment. Still some dry air you see there, but it's a lot more uh, moist over there on that side to the east. And if we stop this view, stop it right there, and you can see, like I said, it's pretty much due east of due south rather of the island of Nuku'alofa on Tonga there, which happens to be the capital, where the capital is at of the country of Tonga. Um, Trying to see if anything else. I need to show you guys anything else. This is what the radar looked like last night when the storm was right over the island there, the island to the south of Fiji, which I forgot the name of already. Let me go ahead and look really quick because I don't want to leave you guys out. Yeah, Kadavu Island. It went right over the island of Kadavu Island of Fiji last night as a Category 4 cyclone with winds of 140 miles per hour. And again, now it's down to 110 knots, which is a little bit less than that, but still a quite formidable cyclone, needless to say. But anyways, this is a little short update to update you guys on what's going on. This is probably gonna be my last update on the storm. unless the storm pulls another fast one or decides to intensify all of a sudden somehow. Um, hope you guys have a great day tonight where you guys are. Keep Vanuatu, Fiji, and Tonga on your thoughts, especially Fiji and Vanuatu as they got slammed. The southern parts of Tonga and then Vanuatu got slammed hard by this storm, unfortunately. So keep them in your thoughts over the next coming days as they recover from this devastating storm. And Tonga is also getting quite a beating from this too. Like I said, they got gusted to about 73 knots, which is about 85 miles per hour. So they got really hit hard as well by this storm. So needless to say, just keep them all in your thoughts. Again, everybody, I hope everybody has a great day night. Where you guys are, stay safe, of course, and see you guys later. Peace.